Okay, I'm Joshua from Cameroon, national coordinator of an NGO called Better World Cameroon, and we're happy to learn that there's a united association of young farmers in Nigeria, and because that is lacking in Cameroon, I came to learn how we could get young people together. We do organic gardening with young people, mostly unemployed youth, some graduates and non-graduates. We're trying to reconnect them to the land. It's a source of livelihood because everybody is moving into the city in search of jobs, and when they can't find the jobs, it is misery, it's poverty, it's drugs. So we're trying to help young people cope with their daily lives in the city. In Cameroon, we are working with young people to reconnect them to the land, because urbanization has caused great problems for the environment and people cannot find jobs. So we want to help them to be able to live their daily lives by reconnecting to the land, growing vegetables, flowers, and trying to earn some money and improve their lives. Traditionally, the people have always lived off the land. And you know, an angry man, as you say, if you are hungry, you'll be angry, and when you're angry, you do the wrong things. So it's important for young people to reconnect with the tradition in which they grew up in the village. And because food is so important for health, for the economy, and I believe so much that the economy of Cameroon depends on agriculture, and because the elders are aging and the farms are being abandoned, a new breed of young people who have to come up. And what I notice in Cameroon, young people do not want to do agriculture the way it's always been done. So we kind of experimenting and adapting a new kind of agricultural system that can be attractive to these young people. And we find that with the introduction of technology into agriculture, they can actually use the traditional knowledge combined with the new knowledge and come up with a system which is adapted in the environment in which they live. The problem is wrong with the education system, because originally the system was designed to train white-collar civil servants, and agriculture was considered a mean kind of profession and a trade, a dirty one for that matter. Whereas in the village, I'll give you an example of my mother, who used to tell me that whoever puts the hand in the soil will never suffer in life. And so young people need to be reconnected with this concept that the soil is actually the mother earth. Life on earth depends on the soil. And this attitude has been absent because of the educational system that they got in the city. All this is rooted in culture.
Okay, so go for
I just go for the culture, because I think the culture of the people is the total way of life, including the way they eat, the way that they live their life, the way they interact on the environment. And traditionally, we had natural ways of conservation in the villages. And I still believe strongly that if we go back to our cultural roots, nature, the environment will benefit as well as the young people. And I noticed in Cameroon that the young people are missing their culture because it's missing in the village. And when you combine culture and agriculture, you have a new dynamism among young people which actually makes them to realize and are able to participate in the issues which are global today. And I think that through culture we entice the young people to discuss, because they meet around using their cultural dance groups, and they are able to discuss these issues. So I think it's really important to talk about culture in the urban milieu. Well, at the global level, I think that even at the global level, people have missed out on the better values that existed before. And this is as the world is becoming more and more one small world. It is important that we share those values which are existing elsewhere, which could be useful in other places. And that is why we came up with this concept of a better world, which was actually using our traditional rite of passage for young people into manhood, because I think those values were important. Because when you went through a rite of passage, you knew how to deal with the environment, what to do to get the material to build your house, and how to farm the land to feed your family. And this kind of values, maybe I don't know about Europe or North America, but young people, as I see in the cities, are getting disconnected. And I think it will be useful for the world to be able to share some of these values, and through experiences on this kind of ways we treat environmental issues, we'll be able to come up with something that will help create a better world.